Alright, student, fines, girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen, good evening once again. This is myself Shabnam as usual from the Code Ark, aiming to deliver coding, data science, AI, and many more technologies to the people out there. Okay. Yes, now when we have not missed the topic of responsiveness, CSS in fact is not yet completed. Okay, this is to Navin's query in the chat box, web responsiveness. Okay, so we are going to come back to it. Okay, yes, you're right. Media queries as well as web responsiveness. In fact, the entire bootstrap module is also left. I hope you got my point. We have intentionally slowed it down since there are many people who are joining us. Alright, so CSS remaining we will be learning along with JavaScript. Give us 2 sessions more to go to get us in the rhythm of the JavaScript. Now when is it fine? Okay, please give us 2 more sessions, maybe today and tomorrow. Let me not touch CSS at all for these 2 days. By the time you practice what we have already learned. I hope you got my point. Is it right? Fine. We will come back to responsiveness. Web responsiveness is entirely half an hour topic. Okay, so we have not missed it. Okay, it's a pending one. In fact, if time permit today, I'll tell you what part from CSS we have kept aside. Okay, what part from CSS we have kept it pending. Okay, fine. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to those who are joining us for the first time today. Would request you to please go through our already conducted sessions. Is it fine? Okay, we begin with actual JavaScript from yesterday. Okay, it was day 1 of JavaScript. Few points to discuss. We always start the lecture with, that is the recap of the past day. Number 1, we started with JavaScript. Number 2, how to define JavaScript. It's a programming language. It's a dynamic web page scripting language. Is it right? Now what do you mean by dynamic? It is something an opposite of static. If HTML creates a static page, to make the website responsive, to make the website dynamic, we need the support of CSS. I'm sorry, JavaScript. Is it okay? CSS is altogether a different tool. That means you want to style the page. Is that clear? Fine. Okay, so that was the meaning of dynamic. That means something, if I click, if I refresh, it responds to me. It keeps changing, it keeps giving different output and so on. Right? For those who have yet not understood the concept of dynamic, go back to our class yesterday. I gave an example of what is static and what is dynamic with the help of an example. At least what is static. Right? Okay. Next point to say, what all topics we learned yesterday. I think these were the topics that we studied yesterday. First of all. Okay, different ways of displaying data as output on the screen. All my friends who have joined us today, different methods. Please note it down in case if you have missed the class yesterday. Different methods of displaying data as output on the screen. First one was using write method. Second method is using alert. Window.alert or alert both works. Third method to display data or print the data using JavaScript on the web page, that is console.log. And fourth method, that is inner HTML. You will find us using inner HTML very often. Okay, आप देखोगे हम inner HTML कहीं बार use करेंगे. In fact, today we will start again from inner HTML only. Okay, number 2, in HTML program, JavaScript is embedded inside script tag. Is that correct? अचानक HTML का कोड लिखते लिखते आप JavaScript कैसे लिख पड़े? So JavaScript has to wrap inside, to be closed or enclosed inside the script tag. Also we can use script type tag in the head part. We can also use script tag in the body part. Depends upon where you need the scripting, correct? A good time yesterday we spent in understanding. Yesterday we spent good time understanding what is the difference between if you write the JavaScript or script tag inside head or inside the body. Is that clear? I hope when you come for the next class, you do practice at home back. Practice करके आइए please. Alright, जो भी आपको सिखाया जाता है उसका 1-2 बार recap या practice करके आइए. That would bring a drastic difference. Is that okay? Alright, what we were talking about script tag. Acha. Now suppose if you have written JavaScript code outside HTML program in some outside file, then you have to include in your HTML program using script src. That is an external JavaScript file, correct? I hope you got my point. That's all. I think these were the only things that we did yesterday because it was a starter. We also learned how to comment a line in JavaScript. जो बच्चे comment नहीं जानते हैं, comment simply stops a particular line from showing output on the screen or being going into execution. Is it right? The lines which are commented will not be treated as a code. It will be treated as a simple message which is not to be executed by computer. Correct? Fine. Okay, so here we go. This is my Visual Studio Code. To save our time, I've already kept it open. I'm using the same directory that I used yesterday. For our friends who are present today for the first time, we are using Visual Studio Code to write the program. In our day 3 or day 4 of the series, we have guided the students how to download or how to install Visual Studio Code. Even if you write your first program in Notepad, that is also fine. Is that okay? Yes, Navin. Navin, we want 1 or 2 days of JavaScript knowledge to be in hand in order to give you some assignment question. There was hardly anything that we did yesterday. That's the reason I did not give you any assignment question. We are ready with the assignment file. Okay, we are working equally very hard back behind the screen actually. Okay, my team, in fact, we are ready with the set of assignment questions. So most probably either from today or from tomorrow we'll start posting it on our official WhatsApp group. Is it okay? ठीक है, चलिए अभी यहाँ से start करते हैं. So we are working under this folder day 12. If you do not, okay, I just created a folder called as day 13. I think it's buffering. Anyways, I just created a folder in E drive called as day 13. It's an empty folder. Okay. I hope I'm audible to you now. I think it was buffering, but I'm audible to you now. Buffering. I think it's fine now, correct? Alright. Anyways, you find these two buttons here. This one is to create a file, another one is to create a folder. So let me create a file and call it as day 13 program1.html. Okay, yeah. Now from today onwards, see what practice we will bring into use. You just have to write exclamation. 1 minute please. Okay, you just have to write exclamation. We understand exclamation mark, right? Yeah. See, Visual Studio Code auto suggest 1 or triple. Take 1. वो auto suggestion पे पहला option पे click करें. Only by typing exclamation, no tags, no HTML tag. The moment you click to it, so the basic HTML code Visual Studio Code automatically writes and give you. Okay, this part. You don't have to make changes anywhere here except title. Just change the title, say day 13, for example, in my case, full stack. Okay. And start coding your program inside the body part. Alright. अब तक हम क्या करते थे? बताइए जरा क्या करते? We used to code all these things on our own. That is doc type HTML. Then comes HTML itself. Am I right? Then comes head part, and inside head there is a title. Okay, title is, for example, day 2 JavaScript. Okay, then comes your body. inside body whatever that you want to code or display, h1 hello hi bye. Okay, so hence on we will not write head closes, body closes, html open, html closes. No, all that you have to do is just type an exclamation. ओके ऐसा आपने ओपन किया और एक्सक्लेमेशन टाइप किया, वो ऑप्शन नहीं आएगा, ओनली एक्सक्लेमेशन selected and the basic code will be automatically present written. Okay, so this makes our work easier. Don't break your head behind what is meta tag, what is viewport, what is content. We will learn all these things during bootstrap coaching. Clear? Fine. So I change this name to day 13 and come inside the body. Okay, displaying something in h1. Welcome to JavaScript. Okay, attend the classes with books and pens in your hand. Do not watch the lecture as if you are watching a movie. Understood? It makes a difference. Alright, so heading tag closes. Let me save the code till here. Okay, I'm working under abc.html and I click here in the bottom right, go live. Go live. My live server starts and the output comes. Okay, our friends who are new with us today, to run the program we have an option called as go live. There are many ways you can execute a program in Visual Studio Code. आप Visual Studio Code में कई तरह से program run कर सकते हैं. One of the method is go live. Is it okay? Fine. So here we go. Correct? This is the output. Fine. Okay. Like we studied yesterday, I want to create a label which is a blank label with no text on it. Help how to do. First of all, label is a form component. So before I create a label, I first have to create a form. Is that correct? जैसे कि आपको याद होगा अगर HTML में ordered list or unordered list, right? But in order to use li, that is list item, you first have to create ol or ul, right? tr and td is row and column. But before using tr, you have to first create a table, right? Similarly, a label is a form component. Form component, people. In order to use a label, you first have to create a form. ठीक है, so ये अपना label हो गया. Give some ID to the label. ID means its unique identity. There can be more than one label, but then different labels will be known by their respective IDs. Is it right? Fine. For example, there are 10 boys in the class by the name Rahul, but all 10 Rahul will not have the same student code or same roll number or registration number, correct? Fine. So that role ID plays, it's a unique identity of any HTML control, correct? ये control या ये tag बाहर के document या अंदर के document से जाना जाएगा उसके ID से. Okay. I give ID to this label as L1 and the label closes. If you save and check the output, there is nothing shown here, but जबकि label है वहाँ पर. Is it okay? If you write something on the label, then only it shows. For example, hello. Look. Is it okay? Hello. Fine. But if I do not write anything here, the label does exist, but it's an empty label. Fine. I want to set some data as output on this label, but through JavaScript. So look what I do. Okay, I create another file. Let me say program1.js. I created this file day3 program1, but I did not use it. Okay, so program1.javascript. JS is an extension of a JavaScript program, correct? किसी भी JavaScript code या file का extension JS होता है. आप देखोगे नया program by the name program1.javascript got created. Alright. I simply first print one message called as document.write. Okay, it's a function. Whatever you want to write, please write inside the function, inside the quotes, correct? We spent a quality time yesterday to understand when to use quote. If data to be printed is a string, you have to enclose inside quotes. But if data to be printed is a number or it's a numeric data, I hope you got it. Or if it's a number, let me say you're dealing with number, you don't have to enclose it in quotes. Is it okay? Fine. Anyway, so let me say here like this, document.write. Hello everyone. Okay, hello everyone. I save this. So as of now, our JavaScript code, or let me say program, consists only one line code. How to call program1.javascript inside abc.html? इसको अंदर कैसे बुलाए? Two ways. Either you write script inside the head part. Okay, so I write it here, script. Script closes. Correct. Even if you do not close script, it's okay. src means the source of the outside file. src is equal to program1.js. मतलब जो बाहर की जावास्क्रिप्ट फाइल जो हमें इस प्रोग्राम में इंक्लूड करना है, इसमें लाना है, इस प्रोग्राम से जोड़ना है, कनेक्ट करना है, src, its source or name is program1.js. Okay, we can even write the complete path of program1.js because it is a source attribute. But you don't have to write the complete path as both the programs are in the same directory. Okay, ping me in the chat section in case if you have not understood the meaning of this point. Suppose JavaScript program is in a different folder, HTML program is in a different folder. हाँ, so when you write src, आपको यहाँ पर पूरा path देना पड़ेगा उस folder का जहाँ से इसको लाना है. Okay, it's from C drive, ABC, XYZ, program1. Now since both a JavaScript program file and an HTML program file are in the same directory, you don't have to bother about writing the path, you just write name of the file. Okay, so this is how we connect outside program in our HTML document, outside JavaScript code inside our HTML document. Save this and run this. Okay, so I think output is here. Hello everyone. This is the output of document.write. ठीक है, जल्दी बताइए alert box कैसे यूज किया था? हटा दो इसको या इसे रखना, इसे भी रखो. Okay, इसके बाद में let's code for an alert box. Okay, let me call it as only hi. So how the output of alert function comes, everyone? So this is how the alert or notification looks, correct? I told you yesterday a lot of apps in your mobile phones also make use of alert boxes. In different directory we use the whole path map. Yes, Naveen. If the programs are into different folder, we have to write the complete path. Okay, I will do that one. हम intentionally एक बार ऐसा करेंगे, एक प्रोग्राम को date 12 में रखेंगे, एक प्रोग्राम को date 13 में रखेंगे. Then I'll show you how to write the complete path in that case. Okay, so this is how the alert box looks like. We say okay. And this is the output of document.write. चलिए, अभी थोड़ी काम की बात. You know, in my HTML program, we have a label with ID L1. Boys and girls, correct? HTML program में we have a label whose ID is L1. I want to set some data on this label. Because that label is empty, you see it opens and it closes. Right? So come inside the JavaScript. Okay, I say document dot. Abhi, suppose there are 10 labels here. Okay, this is label 1. I give a break. Break means one empty line. Okay, if you don't mind, let me copy this line to save our time. This is label 2. Okay, two labels cannot have same ID. ID is only one. Is that okay? Fine. So this is one label, this is second label. So JavaScript says भाई मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा कौन से लेबल पे डेटा सेट करना है? I will to know a control by its identity, correct? Is that okay? So how do I write a document dot get element by ID? Okay, while working under Visual Studio Code, you don't have to type everything. आप 2-4 लेटर टाइप करोगे, automatic suggestion box opens like this. Just select the correct function or method, whatever you want, with up and down arrow keys, and it automatically comes. Okay, JavaScript is case sensitive, people. It is case sensitive, means this is a capital B here. If I write small b, it gives me an error. Okay, this is called as case sensitive languages. HTML was not case sensitive. Is that okay? So get element by ID. Get that element whose ID is L1 dot inner HTML. Okay, inner HTML, it's a property that sets data or assign data to HTML control. क्या डेटा सेट करना है आपको? इक्वल टू यूज करिए, बिकॉज इक्वल टू इज कॉल्ड एज असाइनमेंट. वी ऑल हैव बीन यूजिंग इक्वल टू सिंस आवर स्कूल डेज. Am I right? A is equals to 10, B is equals to 20, C is equals to A plus B. Am I right? तो A equal to 10. इक्वल टू का क्या काम था वहां पे? Assign 10 to A. That is what is equal to does. Okay, similarly, even in programming languages, equal to plays role of assignment operator. What do you want to assign here? Let me say I want to assign enjoy. Save this. Save this. Come here. Okay, I think something is not saved. Oh, okay. Output is not here on the screen. Output अभी भी नहीं आया. The same problem yesterday, because we are using script tag inside the head part, right? Now when you use the script inside the head, element L1 तब तक create हुआ ही नहीं, इसके लिए उसको मिला नहीं. JavaScript executes a program line by line. So make sure you are writing script tag after label has been created, correct? I hope you got my point. You are writing script tag after the label has been created and not before the label has been created. So let me cut the script from here and let me paste it somewhere after the form ends. Anywhere but after that label has been created. कहीं पर भी, but वो label के बनने के बाद. Okay, so let's check now. Okay, fine. So this is what is the text of your label. That is enjoy. Hoping you are understanding. Clear? Now suppose I don't want to write enjoy there. Pay attention. I want to write something called as phi, like we were doing yesterday. So it shows me phi. If you don't mind, can I get rid of this alert? Okay, alert नहीं चाहिए, इसको comment कर देते हैं. Okay, and suppose if I want not phi but say phi plus phi. So it shows me 10. That means this is an operator. Okay, so as of now, first of all, we are learning arithmetic operators in JavaScript. These are the following arithmetic operators of JavaScript, people. Out of which the first 4 are very easy to understand. Plus, minus, multiply, and divide. Is that okay? So for example, if I write like this, 10 plus 20. For those of my friends, I hope you all are better aware. 10 and 20 ये expression में कहा जाता है operands, right? I just write it. 10 and 20 are operands, and plus in the above expression is an operator. Okay, first of all, this is together an expression, algebra expression. 10, 20 are operands, plus is an operator. Instead of plus, I can use arithmetic operator minus, I can use into, I can use divide. Okay, who are the remaining? We'll come to them one by one shortly. But before that, try to understand the concept of variable. It's okay, Sai. Good evening. Fine, the concept of variable. For example, 5 into 5. Okay, 1 minute. So it's 25. Now, what is a variable? Say, I don't want to add the two number which is 5 and 5 only. मुझे यही दो number को add नहीं करना है. I want to in fact ask user, bhai, you input the number and I will add and show you the result. You understood? Fine. That means I want to take input from user when the program runs. Okay. So let's see in JavaScript how to take input from the user on the web page. Is it okay? Many apps takes input from you. Like for example, if I open the Google Map, doesn't Google Map ask you your source or maybe where are you and your destination where you want to go? Hi boys and girls, is this point correct? आप अब जब Google Map आपके फोन में सिलेक्ट करते हो, लॉन्च करते हो, ओपन करते हो, तो पहला क्वेश्चन भाई यही पूछेगा, आप किधर हो? If your location is not already on. Number 2, you want me to show you map for which location? So you input your destination in the form of string, correct? Right? Similarly, the logic is applicable to your Facebook also if you want to create a new account, or maybe Instagram also if you want to post some data. Right? So a lot of apps, a lot of website ask input to be taken from user. Right? So I want to place an order to Amazon. So I want to purchase some product. Okay, so I want to purchase a pen online. So I click to the photo of the pen. तो डेफिनेटली वो पूछेगा इन व्हाट क्वांटिटी, 2 खरीदना है, 10 खरीदना है कि 20 खरीदना है. आप क्वांटिटी बताओगे तो हम प्राइस से मल्टीप्लाई करके अमाउंट जनरेट करेंगे. करेक्ट और नॉट? गुड, राइट भाई. आप क्वांटिटी बताओगे तो हम उसकी प्राइस से मल्टीप्लाई करके बिल अमाउंट जनरेट करेंगे. सो लेट्स सी हाउ टू इनपुट डेटा फ्रॉम यूजर. Is it okay? Today we are using a very simple method in JavaScript called as a prompt box. But not always we will be using prompt box. You got my point? Try to understand. Right. So what we do is, let me say, let's comment document.write also. Okay. Let me say prompt and some message that you want to print inside the prompt box. It looks like an alert box. Come on, before the output comes, picturize the story in your mind. This makes us a good programmer. जब सामने वाला कुछ बोलता है तो एक पिक्चर अपने दिमाग में भी उसकी बन के घूमते रहना चाहिए. हाँ भाई, ऐसा ऐसा होता होगा. So prompt box, first of all, it looks like just alert box. With a difference, it asks you to enter something inside. So have a look. Say, enter a number. Okay, this is what message I've written. Otherwise, how will user come to know कि enter करना है भाई? Should I enter my number? Should I enter my name? Should I enter my age? Should I enter my designation? Salary enter करूँ? Contact number enter करूँ? कि email ID enter करूँ? Enter करना क्या है? You have to give an appropriate message. Right. So let's see what happens here. I save this. You look, this is a prompt box. Alright. And suppose if I say enter your age, save this. This is what it is asking. Let me cancel this. Let me refresh it. Is it okay? I hope you got my point. So let me use a prompt box and say enter a number. Save this and run this. Okay, so I can say cancel. If I don't want to enter a number, this cancel option was not there for alert box, right? And suppose I enter the number as 8. I say okay. बस कहानी खत्म. अब वो 8 कहाँ गया? Nobody knows. You understood? That means when you accept, please, this is our first important point here. When your program accepts input from the user, it must store somewhere for further processing. I hope you got my point. I repeat the point again so that you note it down forever in your mind. कभी ना भूलने के लिए आप ये सीख रहे हो बात. When program accepts input from user, जब program user से input लेता है, अरे भाई तो वो input हमें program में कहीं ना कहीं store करना चाहिए. We should store it somewhere. Yes, is some example for using the prompt box in current technology. Current technology means, okay, I'll come to that point. Let me finish this now. Okay. Fine. So when you accept input from the user, you need to store it somewhere. And where can I store it? That concept is called as a variable. Alright. Look the word that I highlighted. So ideally, variable is nothing but a container to store data in memory. Only if you all understand this point, I will go ahead. नहीं तो हम बात को इधर ही रोक देंगे. Alright, come on, one more time. What are variables in programming languages? Variables are storages. Variables are memory containers to store data. Alright, like there are so many containers around you in maybe in your house. Say if I hold a glass in my hand. So glass is a container to hold water or any other stuff. Alright, so this is a cup. A cup of tea, for example. So it's a good example. But ये तो container है. It holds some water or some tea or some whatever it is. So it's like a holder, correct? But ये holder हो गया. So even in programming languages, when you say variable, variables are like container in which we can store or hold data inside the memory. Is it fine? Okay. Number 2, we create variables, people. Variables don't already exist. तो कभी भी ऐसे नहीं समझना जैसे कि HTML के tags were already existing. Paragraph tag, anchor tag, title tag, link tag, image tag, correct? Variable भी पहले से होंगे यहाँ पर नहीं. Variables हमें बनाना पड़ता है. How? Simple. You can give any name to the variable and it gets created like this. Okay. For example, I can say where x. Alright, fine. Even if you do not write where, at times it's okay. Tomorrow I'll tell you the difference between where x and just x. Is it clear? Fine. तो अभी देखिए ये क्या करता है काम. See how it works. 1 minute please. So I enter a number. Come on. I ask user to enter the number and I store it in a variable called as x. Understood? No, do not worry. Instead of x, I could have given any other name also. Y भी दिया होता तो भी चलता था. y दिया होता तो भी चलता था. ABC दिया होता तो भी चलता था. 1 2 3 XYZ, something like that. I hope it can't be completely number. It must start with an alphabet. Okay? You can't give variable name that is just a number. ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. A variable name must always start with a letter. Okay? After letter you want, you can use any number. That's fine. Right? So the name of the variable can be any. It can be just a string. It can be alphanumeric. I give name to my variable as just x. Alright. So check the output now. I refresh the page again. Enter a number. I enter the number as 7 and I say okay. But फिर भी वो पेज पर कहीं दिखता नहीं है. Where the number 7 is gone, right? Of course, you have just stored the number in a variable. But you are not printing this variable anywhere, correct? So let me set what is stored in this variable using document.innerHTML. We uncomment this line and we write document.getElement by ID L1. What was L1? L1 was our label. InnerHTML. उस पर text set करना है ये. ये means what? I will write the name of variable. Okay, now whatever is present in the memory variable x, whatever is stored inside this variable, that will be displayed on screen. I hope you got my one. Is that concept very clear to you? All of us? Fine? Okay. But make sure that you do not write x like this. Variables are never written inside the quotes. Okay, bookmark this second important point for the class today. First one was what is a variable. Number 2, we never write variable inside the quotes. आपने quotes में जो भी लिखा ना, that will be displayed as it is. Look, like this. Say I save it and I come here. Enter a number. I say 5. It says x. Enter a number. I say 88. It says x. Right? So why does it say x? X क्यों बोलता है वो? Because you have written x inside the quotes. A variable is never written under a quote to be displayed. Instead, it should be written without quotes. Okay, जब हम उसे without quotes लिखते हैं, that means we want to reference the value stored in the variable and not print the name of the variable. I hope that's fine. Okay, we want to store the value, or we want to display the value, we want to reference the value which is present inside the variable and not just the name of the variable. Right, so let me save this. Say I enter the number 5, it shows 5. Refresh, I enter the number 8 and it shows 8. Refresh, I enter the number 12 and it shows 12. Is that okay? Now suppose I want to accept two variables. Okay, I want to accept two numbers, let me say. So let me change the prompt box message like this. Enter first number. Is that okay? And then prompt enter second number. Okay, let me store second number in a memory variable y. Okay, now you cannot use the two variable or one variable again, because then x will get replaced. I hope you got my point. आपने इधर फिर से x यूज किया, हाँ, तो पुराना x का value will be overwritten by new x value. Are you getting my point? Okay, old x value will get overwritten by the new x value. I hope people are understanding. Right, so enter the first number, enter the second number. First input we are storing it in variable x, and the second input we are storing in variable y. Okay, so let me display x plus y. Addition, people, addition. Okay, check it out. Enter first number, let me say 6. Enter second number, let me say 8. Okay, 1 minute. Because I'm writing an x. Alright, you see what's happening here, people. This is something very, very important. Try to understand. See, we are storing first number in x and the second number in y. But when I do x plus y, see what happens. First number, suppose 7. And second number, suppose 5. What is 7 plus 5? 12. Actually, the output should be shown 12 there, but it shows 75. Okay. Now, what is happening here, 7 and 5. Let me use the notepad for rough work. Check. 7 and 5 are getting added this way, and this results into 75. Okay, point number 1. Come on, so that you people never forget. Point number 1. By default, input in JavaScript is accepted in the form of string. Okay, so you enter anything, you enter 1, you enter 2, you enter 13, you enter 14. So default input JavaScript accept is always a string. Right? And when you say 7 plus 5, this is not adding two number, but it is adding two string. Addition of two string is called as concatenation. Okay, concatenation. Most of the programming languages calls addition of the two string as concatenation. For example, this is MUM and BAI. So the result over here is nothing but MUMBAI. That's Mumbai. This is concatenation. And not addition like 2 plus 2 equals 4. I hope you got my point. Now because 7 and because 5 was accepted as a string, उन दोनों का concatenation मतलब join, addition नहीं people. Concatenation means merging or joining. उनका addition यहाँ पर होता है as 75, that is in the form of string. Is that clear? Fine. So what we have to do, if the data you have accepted is a number, वो आपको मालूम है भाई, जावास्क्रिप्ट या कंप्यूटर को थोड़ी पता है. So you have to convert the string into number before any arithmetic operation. Alright, this is we have to do almost every time when we take input from user in the prompt box. Alright, जब कभी भी आप input लेंगे user से in the prompt box, the default data type of the input will be a string. And unfortunately, you will not be able to do any arithmetic operation upon the string. So in order to do plus, minus, multiply, divide type of arithmetic operation, you have to convert that input from string into number. This is called as a type conversion. Okay, इसको हम बोलते हैं data type conversion. Right? So कैसे करेंगे वो command? You just have to write parse int. Okay, parse int. Parse int itself is a function. It converts anything into an integer. Okay, so let me write this entire prompt function as input to parse int. I hope you got it right. Right, that means what will happen now? First inner function will execute prompt, enter the first number. वो जो भी number enter करेगा, for example he enters 7, but 7 was accepted like this. Am I right? 7 was accepted like this. Now this 7 will be then converted into integer, and what will be assigned to x will be just 7 in integer form but not in the string form. Okay, I think I am reading your messages now. Where, cons, let this, all is coming, Navin. Okay, Navin, Chirag, very good. If you are already aware, we are coming up to these all one by one. In fact, I have not used them any. Okay, fine. If you do not mind, let me continue with this topic, and in fact tomorrow we'll start with where, let, const only. Would that work? Or if time permits today, I'll extend the session and explain you people in the end. Is it okay? नहीं तो अभी यहाँ पे हम confuse हो जाएंगे. Is that okay? Fine. चलिए, parse int, that is to convert any inputted string or data into integer. So this is what we do. Okay, this is what we do. Okay, then again y is to be converted into integer. So let me call it as y is equals to parse int. It's a function. So let me write this entire prompt function. Means let's take this input in and pass it into parse int. Bracket has to close properly. Yeah? Check it out, please. Brackets have to close properly. Right? So this bracket opens, this bracket closes here. Okay. Inside parse int, we have passed the prompt function. Is that okay? Fine. So now, if you want to see x plus y, I save this. We run this. Okay. Say again, enter a first number. Let me say 6. Enter second number, let me say 9, and 6 plus 9 is nothing but 50. Is that okay? Fine. Check. Again run, let me say first number is 55 and second number is 400. So the 400 plus 55 will be 455. Is that okay? I think there is a second label also. हमने L2 नाम का भी एक label बना के रखा है. On this label, let me display the difference of two numbers. So get element by ID. Let me call this element by the name L2. Inner HTML. If the first one is displaying sum, let the second one display x minus y. Okay, because x is assigned the first number, y is assigned the second number. X plus y will be addition of 2. X minus y will be the subtraction of 2. Let me save this. Let me run this. Okay. 1 minute please. Okay. Ignore that. Again, enter a first number. Let me say 6. Enter a second number. Let me say 4. So 6 plus 4, that's 10. And 6 minus 4, that's 2. Okay, so similarly, in place of plus and minus, if I use multiply, and divide. Check it out once. एक बार check करिए. Enter first number 5 or instead of 5 let me say 8. Enter second number 2. So 8 into 2 16. 8 divided by 2, that is 4. I hope you're getting my point. Is it okay? Fine. चलिए. Now you will see here. Come on. You will find. These are the 4 primary arithmetic operators: plus, minus, multiply, divide. Fine. JavaScript provides you one more arithmetic operator called as modulus. Don't read it percentage. It's a modulus operator. Okay, this is how we read M-O-D-U-L-U-S. Modulus. Okay, now what modulus does? First of all, it is also like division. But ये दोनों में difference क्या है देखिए. Modulus after dividing a number by another number returns the remainder. Okay, returns the remainder. For example, check it out. Okay, I do some rough work here. Okay, sorry, I think my connection restarted. I want to divide 10 by 4. Is it right? Now, if you write like this, 10 divided by 4, and if I'm not wrong, you will get something 2.5. But this will not be the answer of 10 mod 4. Yes, Chirag, write 2. You are right. But I'm interested to know what 2 आया कैसा. Okay, come on, good. Like Chirag, if others also know how modulus works. Okay, so this is 4. This is 10. 4 2s are 8. Is it right? 4 2s are 8. And how much remains? That is 2. Correct. So 2 will be the answer here. Okay. So modulus always returns the remainder. Yep, correct. So 4 1s are 4 and the remainder will be 3. Okay, this would be different if you try 7 divided by 4. I need to check what it is. 1 point something something something. Correct? That will be 1 point something something something. But if I divide 7 mod 4, it will always return you whatever is the remainder. Alright. Even if you guys have understood, give me one simple example again. Say 8 mod 3. So if I try to divide 3 by, so enter the first number, let us say 10. And enter the second number, let us say 4. Buffering. Is it still buffering? I think it's fine now. I think it is fine now. First number I entered 10, boys and girls. Second number I entered 4. Is it okay? So 10 mod 4. Yup. 10 mod 4 is giving me 2. And 10 divided by 4 is giving me 2.5. Is that okay? So this is how the modulus works. Modulus always gives you the remainder. I hope you got my point. Modulus always gives you the remainder. Fine. Then there is one more operator, double asterisk. Single asterisk, star nahi padna ise, it looks illiterate, it is called as an asterisk. Okay, single asterisk is for multiplication, but double asterisk is called as an exponent operator. People, this is called as an exponent operator. Exponent means what? It is ideally used for raised to the power. Right, so if I write 5 asterisk asterisk 2, that means 5 raised to the power 2. Okay, or if I write 8 asterisk asterisk 3, that means 8 raised to the power 3 cube. Where 8 is a base and 3 is the power. Okay, base raised to the power likhte na algebraically. So double asterisk, that's called as an exponent operator, raised to the power. Let's check. So let me say asterisk asterisk. So if I could save this and come back here. First number 4 and second number 2. So 4 raised to the power 2, that is 16. Is it okay? Yes, Chirag. It's actually, we have some socket connection here. Socket issue at the same place where we are inserting the Wi-Fi port. Okay, the problem is not with Paint. The problem is with our Wacom tablet. Okay, and with the socket. Anyways, we'll come out with that issue soon. I hope that's clear, right? So double asterisk, that's used for exponent. One more example of exponent, please. One more example. So if I write 5 and if I write 3, so that means 5 raised to the power 3, that is 125. Is it okay? 5 raised to the power 3, that is cube, nothing but 125. I hope people are understanding well. Right, so these are the different arithmetic operators. So far we studied plus, minus, multiply, divide, the primary operators. Modulus, who always gives you the remainder. Am I right? Modulus, that always gives the remainder. Double asterisk, that is used for exponent or raised to the power. We have two more. Good, thank you. We have two more arithmetic operators. थोड़ा सा tricky है ये, especially for the people who are learning coding first time. That is plus plus and minus minus. Okay, these are also called as unary operator. People, unary. Okay, plus plus and minus minus. The reason, because they need only one operand. They work with only one operand, like 5 plus plus or 9 minus minus. Or if you're talking in terms of variable, so x plus plus, x minus minus. Now if you talk about the first operator, that is plus or minus, they are not unary, they are called as binary. Is it right? Binary, or at least ternary or something, but at least binary. क्योंकि प्लस यूज करने के लिए या प्लस यूज करने के लिए हमें कम से कम दो ऑपरेंड चाहिए, राइट? लाइक a plus b, 8 plus 9. So 8 and 9, here there are two operands. Is it okay? Let's see what is it called as. Plus plus is called as an increment operator. Minus minus is called as a decrement operator. Okay, increment and decrement. Guys, we are going to extend the class by 10 minutes more today. I cannot wind off by leaving this increment decrement incomplete. Okay, plus plus, it's an increment operator. Minus minus, it's a decrement operator. अभी देखिए कैसे काम करता है. Let me not use the other one. इसको comment कर देते हैं. Let us take only one number as input. Alright, let us take only one number as input, that is x, and we write x plus plus. Okay, check. Now, suppose the user enters the number 5. Okay, it shows me 5. Alright, now, even there are two types of increment operator, one called as post and other called as pre. Okay, आप अगर पहले लिखोगे before the variable operator, see like this is plus plus x and this is x plus plus. I hope you got that. Right, so if you're writing plus plus after the variable, that is called as a post increment, yeah. And if you write plus plus before the variable, it is called as a pre increment. Abhi, what happens in a pre increment? Try to understand. First, by the way, what is this plus plus? It just increases the value of a variable or number by 1. So if it was 6, come on, if the number is 6, here let me write here. And if I write plus plus, it becomes 7. If the number is 8 and if I write plus plus, it becomes 9. So plus plus ideally means, iska short form ye hota hai people. 8 plus plus is almost equal to 8 equal to 8 plus 1. You understood? That means plus plus ideally adds 1 or increase the number by 1. Minus minus decreases the number by 1. But how this post and pre works? For example, x is equal to 5. And you take another variable, if you write like this, x plus plus. आप देखोगे y अभी भी 5 है. Now what is the meaning of post increment? Come on. First, x will be assigned to y. Then x increases by 1. मतलब पहले assignment हो जाएगा और उसके बाद में x अपने आप को अपडेट करेगा. Alright, for example, I go to the restaurant. The restaurant says भाई आपको क्या क्या खाना है, पैसे देकर कूपन ले लो. Only then the order will be placed. So that means I purchase the coupon first by making the payment. But in another restaurant, I go, okay, I have my lunch, dinner, whatever was the meal. And after I have my lunch, the bill or the payment comes to the table. Got it? Is that clear? The same thing is happening here. If you write x plus plus, क्योंकि आपने plus plus बाद में लिखा post, x will be assigned its value to y. I hope you got my point. And then x will be incremented by 1. x6 बाद में बना. Right? But if you write plus plus x, come on. अगर आप ऐसे लिखते हो y is equals to plus plus x, नहीं, पहले x अपनी वैल्यू y को असाइन नहीं करेगा या खुद को असाइन नहीं करेगा. फर्स्ट x will increase itself by 1 because this is pre increment. पहला अपने आप को इंक्रीमेंट करो, फिर खुद को अपडेट करो. I hope you got my point. Is it okay? So x will first become 6 and then 6 will be assigned to y. In the first case, x was first assigned to y and then it got increased to 6. If you people can please make this point clear, guys, in the chat section. Pre and post understood. Check it out here. By the time you write yes or no, I run the program and see. Enter the number 5. It is 5. But if I do it post increment, so enter the number 5. I think post was already happening, correct? Pre-increment. So if I write 5, so it becomes 6. Is it right? Yes, yes, it will first increment, then assign, pre-increment. Yes. Good. So then talk to me about minus. Come on, what will happen now? If I say x minus, it's like a rapid fire. Okay, what will happen? X minus. X update बाद में होगा. Is it right? I hope you got my point. क्योंकि decrement बाद में हो रहा है. X will remain X only. Assignment पहले हो जाएगा और decrement वो बाद में होगा. Right. So if I write minus X, first the poor X will decrement itself and the updated value will then be assigned to the left side, correct? Yes, so pre-decrement or pre-decrement only. That means first you decrement and then assign whatever you have to the left hand side. Post decrement नहीं, पहला assignment होगा and then poor x will decrease itself by 1. Is that clear? Fine. Okay, so this is minus x means decrement has to happen first. पहले x में से एक कम होगा, फिर x y को assign होगा या inner HTML को assign होगा. So come here. Let me write 7. So 7 got decremented to 6. But if I write x minus, so x will be assigned first, people. The current value of x पहले assign हो जाएगा left side को. उसके बाद में poor x will update itself by decrementing with 1. Correct? Yes. So if I write 7 again, it remains 7. Although it got decremented, but later means after assignment. Is that okay? All of us here. Right? Fine. So these were the different types of arithmetic operators that we studied. Right from plus, minus, multiply, divide. Modulus. Is it okay? Modulus. And then what else we studied after that? Exponent operator as well as unary. Increment and decrement operator. Yes, Chirag, JavaScript does support ternary. But application of ternary operator in JavaScript is very less. I hope you got my point. So answer to your question, I would say yes. I can't say no, but it is yes. Alright, people, I want you guys to do one program as a homework for today. In case if you have not, an attendance link I'll send. Wasim, just 2 minutes please. 2 minutes. Attendance link I'll send. आपको क्या करना है? You have to show denomination of an amount. Okay, so this is the question. Please, I'll post it in the group later. Okay. Alright. Come on, here we go. Okay, here we go. Accept an amount from the user. Alright. Accept. Write a JavaScript program. Write a JavaScript program to accept an amount from the user. Okay. Display the denomination of the amount. Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? For example, I give you this money, 5680. Okay, somebody says my amount is 5680. Means if I want to give the complete change of 5680, how will you start? Considering 2000 rupees note is still valid. Am I right? I think it's not yet 30 September to omit the note. Am I right? So still 2000 rupees note being valid, उसको consider करते हुए, is it right? I hope you got my point. So पूरा छुट्टा अगर आपको देना है किसी को खुला, that is what you say ना, पूरा खुला देना है या पूरा छुट्टा देना है 5680 का, तो कैसे देंगे? Right? I think we will have to use 2000 rupees, 2 notes. How much paid? 4000 paid? Yes, correct. How much left now? 4000 दे दिया यहाँ तक. This is my rough work. 4000 paid. 4000 paid. And how much left? 1680 still left. Correct. Now 1680 के लिए I think I will have to pay 500 rupees 3 notes. Correct? Is that okay? So this is my rough work. 1500 paid. 168 rupees left if I'm not wrong. Is that correct? 168 rupees left. 168 na? 1500. Is that okay? I hope I'm right here. 180. It is 180. My mistake. It's 180. Correct? Now for 180, I think 100 rupees one note I'll have to pay. Correct? 100 rupees one note. So 100 rupees paid, 100 rupees paid, 80 rupees left. And for 80 rupees, I think 50 rupees one note, 20 rupees another note, and 10 rupees another note. Okay, keep this program done. Keep this program done. Okay, I'll see tomorrow how many of you are able to show me the code. Okay, ma'am, can you please explain operators again? Double asterisk operator, Preeti? Okay, look, double asterisk operator is like a raise to the power. Okay, double asterisk operator is like a raise to the power. For example, 3 double asterisk 4 is equal to 3 raised to the power 4. Okay, that means 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Preeti, are you understanding? Correct. So if I write 4 raised to the power 3, or sorry, 4 double asterisk 3, that means 4 raised to the power 3. Is it okay? 4 raised to the power 3. So how will it be? 4 into 4 into 4. I hope you got my point. That's correct. Fine. So this is how we write here. Suppose I write directly 3 double asterisk 3. So 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27. 27 should be the output. Anyways, that is anyhow I'm entering 27 and so on. Is it fine? Understood? Clear? Okay, for those who have still not understood the arithmetic operator, आपको modulus नहीं समझा, आपको variable नहीं समझा, no problem. I will be here tomorrow 5 minutes before the class. Raise a question in the chat section. I will come live. Okay, for any concept of JavaScript that we discussed today, and if you have not understood, make sure that you join 5 minutes before tomorrow and I'll discuss them. Is it fine? Okay, guys, we have a connected class as of now. So maybe I won't be able to explain you in depth the difference between let, where it will take time. Okay, tomorrow what we'll do, right at 4 PM when I join the class, we'll first discuss this point only. Is it okay? Alright. Yes, today's notes, programs, everything else. Make sure that you keep this program done by tomorrow. Okay, that denomination वाला program आप कल तक करके रखते. Fine. Okay, goodbye. Fine. That's all. Thank you. Okay, see you back tomorrow at 4 p.m. and do recommend your friends as well to join our classes.